Thank you. Can you repeat that?
It feels so soft.
Aw, thank you, G Willikers. Yeah, so, yeah, you know, I'm a pretty awesome person and a hair beast, you know. I do what I can. All right, so that looks pretty good. Okay, guys, so now we're going to do what we got to do. So guess what? I have a surprise, guys. Dreamcoat has come out with a product specifically for curly hair. So it's Color Wow Dreamcoat for curly hair. Pretty practical, right? All right, so we are kind of going to use the lock method, kind of. Wait, oh, put the towel. Is your towel too wet?
A little, yeah.
Okay. So we are going to do liquid, oil, and cream. So this will serve as the liquid. This you do want to saturate it. It's the same thing as with the other, the Color Wow, the Dream Coat for the blowouts and the presses. You want to saturate the hair for it to serve its purpose. And essentially what it promises is just what the other one does, to keep the hair from frizzing up. So when she takes this down, which she'll send me a picture. So that was the liquid. We're gonna do the oil. The oils that I'm gonna use are Kaleidoscope. Let me see if you can see that. Kaleidoscope, Miracle Drops. Simply because I love them, and they really do make the hair grow. We've been using it on my mother, and her hair has grown like, whoo, you wouldn't believe. Okay, so we use that. And we're gonna use some of my oils. The MARCIALSBLENDERS. Helps the hair grow, helps it stay healthy. Smells pretty darn good. So that's the oil. So we did liquid, did oil. Oh God, that smells so good. Do you like how it smells?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the oil. And for the cream, I'm going to use Cream of Nature's Argan Oil. Not too much though. Essentially, I used about a quarter size, a little bit less than a quarter size, and that's way more than enough. So, okay, so this is the one, the time that you'll see me break out the big tooth comb. Comb it out. Now the reason for that is obviously I want to distribute all the products as evenly as possible. So remember I told you guys I was going to show you a trick that helps to make sure that the braid out looks really good. The trick is essentially where you do your braid and how. Okay, so let me ask you, have you guys ever done a circle braid? Have you ever done a circle braid on your hair? Those of you that are natural or even not natural girls. Have you ever? Now, when you took it out, you noticed something, and that was particularly, that when you took it down, it looked really even, really nice, right? So what I'm gonna do is, let me turn you this way. Let me see how it looks. Okay. So instead of doing the part straight down the center, I'm actually going to bring some of the hair from here. Which side do you part your hair?
I usually part it in the middle.
Oh, you do part it in the middle. Okay, so in this case, we're going to keep it parted in the middle. Okay, but I'll show you what I was going to do. So let's say the person likes to part their hair from right over, then you would do a triangle section and you would start the braid from here. Now, what you wouldn't do is braid it back. You would actually start the braid, right? You take a thin section, start the braid, and actually bring hair down. So you'd bring the hair downward. Yeah. Make sure I'm not bringing any hair. Bring the hair down. And why do I say bring the hair down? Because once it dries, or once the braid out would set, it gives it way more of a natural look, not forced look. Okay. So then you would do the braid and braid it this way down back. The other hairs you can braid going across, so that when the braid is taken out, it'll pop up, give you the volume, and look, you won't really see braid lines. So that's the idea. Okay? Alright, so now we're gonna actually do the braid the way that she says she wants it. So I'm gonna part it down the middle.
It's for Lanza.
Part it down the middle. Okay. I want you facing there. Thank you. All right, so now this part, I am going to do it going all the way back. I'm going to bring it all the way back to her nape. All right, why do I do that? Continuity. You want continuity, so that when this braid is taken out, that'll avoid there being a braid mark. And let's say she wants to rock it as is directly from the braid out and not comb it out and not do anything else, she won't necessarily have to. She'll be able to just rock it straight out the braid out. Ah, I like that, straight out the braid out. So let me just show you the part. Turn this way so they can see the... Okay, so you see I took it from the center, brought it all the way to the nape. Let me see if I can see it. Okay, from the center all the way to the nape. Okay, thank you, baby. Now, the other thing I've learned is I try and comb all the hair forward. And as you guys know, if you guys are used to braiding, you want to start it off as small as possible, for the aesthetic purpose, but also to make sure it's a good braid out, you know? So start off small, right? Divide it into 3. Okay. Start the braid. I like to do the regular braid about 2 times and then start bringing thin pieces of the hair in. turn this way. Turn this way so that they can see what I'm doing. All right, so now we're going into we finished the braid essentially. And my next move is going to be to do the same thing on the opposite side. The reason why it's so essential to make sure that these are your first braids is that they will dictate what you will do for the rest of the braid out. Okay? So, just making sure I go all the way down to the ends. Alright, so you can see the braid how it looks. See that? Okay. All right, so now you can stand up so I can fix the chair so you can sit. Wait. Oh no, you're good there. Duh. I should have done this for that side. It's okay. Forget it. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the same that I did to this side over here. And what I'm gonna be doing is mirror imaging, right? So I see how high the slant is, so I'm going to do the same thing here. It's going to be my beginning. Symmetry is essential when you're doing braids for aesthetic purposes. I mean, we all know that. We all know that. But it's also essential because you want the braid out to look as... Guys, another thing I want you to notice. Passing the small comb easily. Again, it's going all the way down to the nape. Right. We're going to try and make it as close as possible to this one. Very good. Okay, so then that's good. Right here, I'll put this hair up. I'm going to do the same thing here to this hair. Right, so what I'll ask you is, once I get to here, move your body that way, okay? Right, so again, you want to start small. You want to start small. You want to make sure that the braid looks as aesthetically pleasing to the eye as possible. So you start small. Okay. So you start small. Right, so I do about 3, and then I start to add the hair in. Okay, guys? Now, these parts that are a little thicker, thank you, baby. I try and make sure that it's aesthetically as pleasing as possible. So I do take my time. But lean in a little bit closer because my body's here. Thank you. I don't even know if it's still visible. Yes. Okay, so you can turn face towards Jamira. Thank you. Now, how many of y'all have actually gotten to listen to the Queen Herbie EP4? If you've listened to it, what are your thoughts on it? I love it. I love it. I got EP4. I got EP 1 through 4, okay, guys? I am literally a fan. I can't say I'm a stan because I don't go to all her concerts and stuff like that, but when she comes to New York, I'm going to see her. I will go see the concert. I'm excited about that. Okay, guys, so you get the idea. So you want to do something that is symmetrical, that is consistent. Okay, so, okay, let me see. Okay, there you go. No, I'm sorry, baby. Okay, took the back. Okay, so you see how it goes, guys? So it came from the front, back, all right? So, remember I told you guys to go from here to there, right? All right, so we're gonna do as many braids as we can, but I'm gonna start from here and come over, but I'm gonna try and make it as semicircular as possible. Okay, so let me see if we can. Let me see if we do that. If they can see, yes, they can. Okay, so I'm starting from, let's say, over the ear, and I'm going to try and make it to be as circular, going back towards her ear over here. Okay. Let me see, how does that look? A little bit of flaky flakes here. Okay. So the hair will tell you how to fix it to make it look aesthetically correct. Okay, perfect. All right, so let me see. Okay, all right, a little bit more low, baby. Okay, so you see, this is gonna be the braid that'll be going this way, okay? Again, you want to start off with thin pieces, right? And we're going to try and make it lean towards the front, okay? So we'll bring the hair in. Stay facing that way. So I essentially consider this the first braid, even though this is the third braid. I consider it the first braid. Alright, so I'm going to continue braiding and invite you guys back in once I'm almost done. Alright, or maybe once I'm done, because you get the idea of what I'm going to be doing. Alright, so also please guys, leave the comments below. Do you like this technique? Do you like the idea or the concept of this technique? Is this something you would try? Have you tried something like this? If so, guys, please comment. Did you like the prep work for this? Which, when I say prep work, I mean the shampooing, the deep masking, the lock method. Did you like that? The products I used, have you used them? If so, also leave a comment, alright guys? My beautiful Marshall blenders. I am sweaty, but you guys love me anyways, I know you do. And I love you guys a lot. Mwah. So we'll be back. Guys, so this is the braid. That's how we styled it. So that when she takes it out, it'll be nice, flowy. There really won't be any lines. You know? So next time I'll record the full braiding. You guys already saw what I'll do in prep for it. Whenever I do braiding, I like to prepare it with proteins, make it as strong as possible. And so I won't share the prep work for it. What I will share is the braid work. That way you'll be able to see that. Did you guys like it? If you did, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. If you have any ideas or advices, give it to me. Marshall blenders, give it to me. I am a hair beast, but I'm a humble hair beast. Okay, guys. Bye. Love you.
Other demons, what do you